what is known as, just the legendary party came in. A party of one. It was a fairly large party. Originally there were seven or six, and then they became 10. And like they came in, started a rebellion against these nobles, overthrew them, and throughout the years, not only did they propagate growth and hospitality in these lands, but they've helped establish other villages, helped establish the trade lands. In fact, one of them became king, and two of them became king and queen of the country Vethna to the north. But they effectively are the ruling powers, became the ruling powers of the land. They saved everybody. They went through their adventures, dragons, krakens, you name it. They probably faced it and killed it. And during that time, they had formed a guild. The barbarian Grog had formed the Raven Guild. Him, Cybin, his wife, a druid, Calder, a high elf paladin, and Dag, the barbarian, all helped form the Ravens Guild. And throughout that, not only do they train, all new and pretty much all new and upcoming adventurers who want to be worth half of their weight in gold that come through the area, they train them. They also train all the guards in the area. To touch on the country to the north, Vethna, it was there was 1,000-year-old prophecy that this party had broke, stopped. Best way to speak of it is like every 100 years, the orcs and elves would come to war through some plot and another. Over, I guess the details are lost, being 20 years later, a little bit. It boils down to the monarchy, the elf monarchy was behind this. And through a quick series of events, an assassination, uh, a revelation that the one of the party members was the Vethna's exiled princess, put the rogue and another barbarian as king and queen of Vethna. The queen moonlights as a bartender in Port Ragnar about once every couple months. But just for a quick little synopsis of that history, and then we'll fast forward to about 5 years ago. Some of you are born and raised in these lands. Some of you had only moved here recently. But this is the bloodiest time in the history of this land. The occult, people aren't really sure who they were a cult of, with how quickly they were eliminated. People, children, young, elderly, the going missing, some were dying, and within the first week of the cultists starting their activities, they chose the wrong target. They had chose the newly born child of Grog, the guild leader, and Cybin, the druid. The week following that, the guild did not rest that entire week. Our heroes were involved. Unfortunately, at this point in time, they were kidnapped. They were poised to be sacrificed by this cult, and that's when the guild members burst in, killed the cult members, and saved them, and set our heroes on the path to becoming adventurers. Fast forward 5 years and 4 years and 363 days. Our adventures to session 0/1. Our heroes had arrived at Port Ragnar. The next day was supposed to be the entrance exams to the Ravens Guild. They all were their training, setting out for various reasons of setting out on the path of adventures and felt they were ready to join the guild. Coincidentally, this is the day that Grog, the leader of the guild, and I forgot to mention a year ago, Grog and a majority of the original legendary party and half of the strongest half of the guild were contracted on a quest. The details classified. They were set to return. They had sent word ahead. They were set to return this day, whether it be by boat, air, teleportation, dragon. No one knew. But back for originally, the party, had arrived at the town, and they stopped at what every adventurer should stop at in this town. In fact, it's a symbol of good luck to stop at this particular tavern named the Adventurers Tavern. And of course, when going into any tavern and drinking, what do but pick a bar fight? While they didn't pick the bar fight, some half orc barbarians who had a bit too much ale in their gut decided to pick a fight with the party. The party quickly, well, it wasn't very quick, but the party summarily knocked them all unconscious, except one who had ran upstairs. He surrendered. He's like, nope. Later on in the night, the day, the town, or later on after that, the leader of the guild had returned, but alone. He had at his side the head of Dag, the goblin barbarian. He declared him a traitor and headed off to the guild hall in silence. No other information, no rumors, no other information was to be said about that. Later during the night, when the town was holding an adventurer's wake for all those lost, they were somber, but also they remembered the dead like adventurers. They drank, they partied, they were loud. There was fireballs being shot in the sky, way too many. But also on the other end of town, the party had noticed that people were kind of fleeing from the north end of town where the tavern was. Heading that way, they had heard the sounds of, well, two barbarians duking it out. Just boom, boom. But they had also noticed two buildings on fire. And I will draw two circles where they are because they no longer exist currently. There was the the goblin's house, Dag's house, where him and his family live, and the tavern were on fire. The party, upon hearing a small child's voice screaming in fear, three Grizz. Okay, who was it that entered the house to save the child? It was Grizz, Iron, and Tuck. Correct?
Yeah.
I believe it was Tuck.
Okay. Those three had immediately entered in the house in intent on saving that child. Upon entering, they seen a massacre. They were they didn't count how many. I don't think they didn't count how many, but at least 8 dead goblins, one adult goblin female, and several children. The screaming they were hearing was upstairs. They headed upstairs, through the fire, the smoke. The fire was spreading quickly. This house was falling apart. They saved. Not only was it unfortunately, all that they were able to save was a single female goblin child, and a goblin babe. But the party was they were all they came across, but they were able to save them. The paladin quickly stabilized the babe upon seeing it not breathing. While that was going on, the bard had stayed out. He was performing, making noise, trying to attract attention, which it took a while, but attention was attracted. But while that was going on, Lygia had entered the tavern, I believe with intent of saving the booze. Is that correct?
Yeah, you know, tower's on fire. You gotta say what you can.
Yes. But while entering in there, she had seen the lifeless body of Queen Phoebe, the queen of the country of Etna to the north, effectively headless on the ground. And also, while she seeing that, she went behind the bar while she's getting the booze. She had remembered all the barbarians they kicked the shit out of earlier in the day. They're probably upstairs. With quick thinking, she went upstairs and was able to rouse them and get them out of the building. Shortly, shortly after getting out of the building, there was a cool guys don't look at explosion moments almost as Lygia and the barbarians pretty much barely escaped the fire. As they had regrouped, the Cybin and the guards, mages had showed up to put out the fire. The this adventurers town. It's a well, adventurers things happen, but it's crazy it took so long for a response. But quickly the fires were put out and the party was rushed to the guild. As Cybin, the druid, rushed them there so she could perform emergency healing, perform the ritual, have the spell components ready to perform the emergency healing and anything she could do to save the child and the babe. Luckily, it seems from what the party knows so far, it seems she was able to. But while that was happening, alarm bells started ringing around the town. The party quickly responding to that ran out, and from the water, the undead were coming in and attacking. The party fought off a wave, two waves, pretty successfully. The first wave, it was just regular zombies, but it was progressively stronger and stronger zombies until a behemoth of mismatched dragonborn parts potentially rose out of the water as Calder, the now blinded uh, high elf paladin, who's of a different elf now, strode into battle, told the party to retreat and handled, and jumped into the fray. The party retreated to the guild hall upon commands, and at that, that was where session one ended. And now starts my monologue for the start of session two. Before I start that, any questions? I know I talked for a while. Did I miss anything?
I think you summed it up pretty
I
good.
don't think so.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
before I get into session two, um, like a little bit about you, Kendoc. Like, where you from? Are you originally from the lands, or are you moved to the lands a few years ago and not? Are you native to the lands or no?
So, Kendok being a furbolg, he came from the Feywild. He just sort of appeared one day. He doesn't
Oh,
really.
your token does not make me think you're a furbolg. That is so misleading, my friend. That is intentionally misleading.
What's his token?
It's an elf.
It's a.
Which one is it?
Hold on. Let me.
I just shift K'd it or shift Z'd it.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it's not a fur
never
book
mind.
at all.
I
Alright,
used an AI generator, okay?
okay, I don't remember how to force you guys to see it, but here, I'll move them up and ping.
Oh, jeez, that is not a furbolg.
That's not a furball.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, whoa. Okay, so can you actually describe us what you look like? Because we can't just cheat and look at the token.
Okay. He has ash. He's tall. He's tall, like 7 foot almost. He has light ash gray skin, and he's lanky for a furbolg. He looks more. He is supposed to look more like an elf than a furbolg, like build wise, because he is tall and lanky.
Okay.
But yeah. Uh, it it wasn't meant to mislead. He does actually look like that because he's like 7 foot, so he's much taller than what an elf looks like. He is lanky, so that's is why he's not as stocky as most furbolgs are.
Okay. That's fine. All right. Thank you. And then, sorry, I know I cut you off. You said you're not from the land?
No, he is from the Feywild, as most furbolg
Okay.
are.
Oh, one thing I did forget to mention about the little bit of background of world building is that these lands in the past 20 since the past 20 years are also like more evil races are being not really viewed as evil, like for example, orcs.
Hmm.
It is this is a very in this town it is a very diverse town. There are still going to be more humans than not,
Yeah.
but you will see the occasional furball, orc, goblin, drow. I can't think of any more race. Gnome. I can't think of any more races. That's
No.
not bad.
Eladrin.
Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that. You're gonna see just a lot of them in these lands. But now to the session two. My great part. All right, so you guys had retreated to the guild hall as told. Helped out like what you could. Pretty much, the adventurers had pretty much sent you guys to be with the civilians, last line of defense kind of thing. Some of you may have protested and been like, "What's that going on in your background there, Curry?"
Yeah, that's my brother. Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out like that. But I was like, it sounds like someone's playing a trumpet or something.
It is. I messaged him.
Oh,
Um,
okay. My bad. Anyways, but some of you may have protested against that. Also, I forgot to say, Ken Doc, like, while you were separate from the party, you had showed up shortly after, I'll say. So you may not have, I'll say you did see that the guild leader had showed up alone, and you know that none of the other guild members returned, none of the other legendary party. Like there was a lot of just people like, whoa, like what happened, kind of energy. Also, and I'll just say you're on another side of town when the fires happened, but when the undead were fighting Rose, you definitely took part of that, and you had reconvened with your party at some time after the retreat. You'd helped, like Kendok probably be helping with the wounded a little bit to the best of his ability, which at the level strength you guys are is not much, but still bandaging. You guys helped out how you could. After the attack ended and the all clear was given, you guys tired. The guild members led you guys to just kind of the barracks, some spare beds, told you guys sleep there. and you went to rest. Next morning, the you wake up, you go out to the meal hall of the guild. Someone shows you where the mess hall is. You eat, and then you get word that there's an announcement that um, let me check my notes because I am bad with names, and even though I named them, I already forgot my own NPCs' names. There's gonna be a lot of Jeffs and Bobs.
Well done, DM. Well done.
Calder.
Faggots.
Oh shit! I was supposed to rename this one. I wasn't supposed to use this name because I based them off at the PC I used in a campaign that's still going. Oops. Oh well. Fuck it.
Just change the first three letters and roll with it.
Nope. He's not named after that character. He is named after Vin Diesel's movie character, Calder. There we go. Totally different name. But Calder is holding a meeting, kind of for the town, and just a town meeting in front of the guild. You guys, gather with. You see the barbarians. You're standing next to like the barbarians you beat up yesterday, and some other adventure hopefuls, and there's a bunch of guild members around you. There's some in particular that stand out are like an like this orc barbarian. He's holding two just large uh bat like battle axes in hand in each not holding their at his hips. He's got a skull. I've got a token actually I can show. I don't got the other tokens ready. I'm prepping as I go on another screen because I was a bad DM, guys. But like you see him, you see a elven cleric, like with heavy plate armor and mace at his side, just exuding a cleric energies. He is no, he's a dwarf. I like my dwarf clerics. He's short, red beard, angry looking actually. You'll notice a aloof fellow, best guess be a ranger, standing to the rear, black cloaked wood elf. Cybin, of course, is here. You notice also some orc fighters, human fighters. There's one Leonin fight monk. He's yes. All right, I don't have a token for it, and I'm gonna find it because I forgot to find this. You guys, has everybody here has seen a hairless cat, right?
A sphinx.
Yes, this is a hairless Leonin. 8 foot tall. He's got just a like a toga on.
Oh
Well,
god,
just
it's wrinkles for days.
Oh god.
Jesus.
oh no, it's not wrinkles. He is toned. Like you never thought you've never seen a buff cat before, a hairless cat before, and honestly, none of you want to again. He's covered in scars, and he sees he catches you guys at a glance, and he just kind of winks at you.
IJ winks back.
So does Iron.
That reminds me of like some image. I
Wow.
need to find it.
But as townspeople are gathering, Calder walks out of the guild hall, and he stands about 6'5". He is his face, looks like picture this but elf, a lot prettier. Wears white, just like a lot of like he's wearing, like a white cloak. Honestly, it's kind of this guy's vibe. This guy's vibe. I've got I think I've got his actual picture somewhere. Hold on a second. I forget his actual name. That's the problem.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, that
Isn't
guy.
that Bob?
Fugatoria. Fugatory. You know, kind of this. You know, I don't own this. Don't sue me, people. I don't know if I can do this. Yeah. Boo. Let me just make a handout because honestly, this is the vibe I'm going after. This is going to be one of the things I need to get permission to get into the way I want. But it's not entirely. None of the purple. He's got white. He keeps the cloaks more, over his shoulders. He doesn't have a cane. He does not walk with a cane. Instead, at his side there is a sheath, a scabbard to a sword, and there is no sword. He walks like a man who can see. And the one difference about like those you all seen him last night. There is one difference in his uniform. He's got a black raven kind of stitched in the collar of it, signifying that he is the master of the guild. People, I have an announcement concerning the attacks last night. As we gave the all clear, we have found the source and handled it. Townspeople need not worry. However, unfortunately, we need to cancel. We will have to cancel the entrance exams to the guild this year as unexpected problems have arisen. No one needs to worry, but we need to spend more resources towards internal guild development. However, the adventurer wannabes, hopefuls around you guys are all like, kind of like, oh, what the fuck, kind of like, but not really voicing it. But however, some of you through through exceptional skill and show of character have shown what you needed. You have what it takes to be an adventurer. I would like Lygia, Kenda,
Yeah.
Grizz, Iron, Baxter, Tuck,
Mm.
and Larry of the Lorax to step forward.
Who the fuck is Larry?
Larry, you see steps forward. He is a
He's not a halfling.
dopey looking halfling. He's got an oversized mallet, Warhammer. Yeah, like kind of like a Gamoria mallet, kind of just giant mallet. This is way too big for him. Like you don't know how he could possibly wield this walk. So, oh shucks.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Grizz is just gonna kind of like elbow whoever's next to her,
Great.
just be like, "Look at that." She just like, he's kind of goofy.
All right. Those of you I have mentioned, please join myself and the rest of the guild inside the hall as we have guild business to discuss. Our liaison, Lee, will continue this update with the public. And I shall move all of y'all to this guild map that I stole from the internet.
How dare you?
Remove you guys. I gotta find a different one. Like this is just taking place because now the more I think about it, like it's more of. Has anybody watched Fairy Tale?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, so you walk in and it's just like the first thing you see is essentially like just a large tavern. You've got a bounty board to the side, and like there's more rooms in it, but you've got to walk through the tavern essentially to enter any other portion of the guild.
Wait.
So there's a large open space for like everybody to gather, so like the guild master can talk to people. There's a banner, there's a banister over railing, so like the master's gonna be going upstairs so he can look down and like address everyone at once.
Wait, is this the like the first guild hall in the anime series or the refurbished one?
I think the first one.
Okay.
So it's like every
I don't think
dingy
the
fancy bar
refurbished
ever.
one. I don't remember. I don't remember the difference.
The second one was like more marble based castle like.
Oh
ordeal.
no, God no.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not that. The guild isn't that pretentious. This is like, even though like you guys are like kind of in a middle of nowhere country. No, it's all wood.
Okay.
But
I needed to know what I needed to imagine it as.
and as everyone gathers, you hear mutterings, among the adventurers, guild members here. Where's Grog? Like, where's everybody? Like, what happened? Like, he was, like, I heard he was fighting Phoebe. Actually, one one halfling will actually point at you guys. Point at Laishia, actually. Oi! I heard that you were the one that seen Phoebe dead. Is it true?
Who is she?
Who's Phoebe? Who's Phoebe? You see a couple people like, hey, it's okay. Not everyone knows. It's okay. A human steps up, black hair, goatee. It's okay. She was the bartender.
Oh
The
yeah,
adventurer.
yeah. Her head was cut off,
It was smashed in.
smashed in like a watermelon.
That's one, unfortunately.
Is your dog ever
Pretty gross.
Oh, and you hear people murmuring, like hearing that. It's like it had to be Grog. And like that, people are going, no, he wouldn't do that. And enter the conversation. Or like that's completely out of character. I mean, he may be a barbarian, but completely out of character for him. Him and Phoebe may have fought and gone blow to blow. She's one of the very few people in the world that can go blow to blows, even though her build would not suggest it.
That was a big blow.
But after a few minutes, everyone, uh, Calder appears, upstairs, and everyone silences down and waits to hear what he has to say. Now, I know what you're all thinking. That, however, we have no confirmations. What we know is, well, I will tell you this. Effective immediately, I am now master of this guild. The former master Grog is under investigation for the murder of Phoebe, Dag, and his family. I know, and like him saying that, a lot like people are getting angry, yelling, like, no, he wouldn't fucking do that. He holds up his hand. However, I don't want to believe it any more than you. However, the facts are he came in with the head of an ally. And the last place he was seen was in the tavern fighting with Phoebe. And no one's seen him since. Currently, we are accepting no more quests. All elite adventurers, effective immediately, pending quests you're currently on, are to search for Grog and attempt to bring him in for questioning. Do not engage in the fight. Retreat. If you cannot retreat, use the emergency crystals to summon myself or Simon. And for the love of God, don't piss them off. To our new adventurers, I'm sorry for you to see us like this. This is not the best time for this village. for our guild. However, let us welcome our new members and show them that the ravens are the ones who see all.
Hmm. Would it would it
Our
be
new members.
possible
Oh, good.
would it be possible to, like, during his whole speech, would it be possible to attempt to roll insight to see if, like, he truly doesn't know more than he's telling?
Yeah, you all can if you wish. Actually,
Alright. Yeah.
Inside? Sure. It's one good thing YG's
I'm
good at.
trained in this.
Eh,
I did pretty good. But
14.
Kendoc over
Not
there.
great.
Jeez.
Are you rolling insight?
oh man, that is a pretty good roll for the 23. Okay, so with a 14, 18, you guys like with a 14, you're like, oh, 100%. That's all he. Grizz, like honestly, you think he told you more than he meant to.
That
You're like,
that's
oh wow, he didn't
Chris.
mean to. He's like, he definitely didn't mean to let that stuff. I'm onto some. And you like see the other barbarians in the room, all like kind of. There's one near you, and he's kind of muttering the same thing. Like a lot of the barbarians in the room are like kind of on the same thought path I do. So you
They
got your
all share
you've
one
got your
brain.
echo chamber.
She's like, I don't think he meant to say that. Like she's whispering over to who's next to her, just like,
Yeah, yes, and this orc's like, yeah, no, he definitely didn't. We're gonna crack this case, me and the boys.
Oh.
With a 14 Lygia, like well, yeah, why wouldn't he tell us everything? 18, he might not be like maybe not, maybe it might be everything, might not. 23, he didn't share absolutely everything, but you feel it's a more of a need to know vibe than lying to you guys. And
It's
you're
more of a
looking
want to
around,
know
you're
than
seeing the
anything.
more experienced adventurers. You see some people who look like they're insightful as fuck, and
Well,
they
Lygia,
didn't
yeah,
react
Lygia just wouldn't think anyone would just lie.
right.
It's a weird thing to do. She doesn't, she thinks that's strange when people lie. So,
But yeah, to our new members, well, we like to get right into the training, and even with the events of yesterday, that is one tradition that is not going to change. I feel, and of course, as adventurers, you must have an inquisitive mind. I feel you will find your trainers. And Iron, you'll see him like, even though his eyes are closed and he winks at you.
Okay. Just shuts the eye even more, just a little bit
Yep,
more.
like the eyebrow motion. Also, I forgot to
I'll
Exactly.
mention
be right back.
Simon.
Taking a call.
Simon is somewhere in the room.
so who's doing the eyebrow?
Uh, Calder.
Uh,
So the meeting has been dismissed. A lot of the adventurers, like the stronger adventurers, all start going other places. You know, the room kind of clears, and like there's some barbarians, the people I mentioned outside of the guild are also in here. I'm
is
still getting their
the
tokens ready.
is the hairless cat still in here?
Yes.
Okay. Lygia's gonna try to at some point. She's gonna try to kind of walk over and poke him.
Like as you go to poke him, like you're about to touch him, and then his head, like wherever body part it was, is just like a foot away. Hello there.
What happened to your fur?
I never had any
Never?
ever.
That's so weird.
That's weird that
Does
you
it
got
feel
fur.
weird?
No, it does it feel weird to have fur on your head?
No, I have hair.
Hair, fur, same thing.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know. Sure. Cool.
Oh my god. Ignore that.
Whew.
Talk.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, fucking. Sorry. Should have had these tokens ready and I didn't. I'm
She
sorry,
just
guys.
walks away.
Yeah. Calder does join the room, come downstairs, and he's talking to a few adventurers. They're asking him questions. We've got Simon somewhere in the room. We've got nameless dude. All right, who am I missing? I'm missing. Oh, okay. Let's see. We got that. What am I missing? Nope, no. I got all the tokens I want in the room, besides populating just some extra ones. I'll have more tokens as things go on, but we're just going to pretend these guard tokens are various adventurers. I'll let you know, like, the more tougher looking ones, like with a red dot. You know, people, like, just off a glance, you guys are like, oh god, these are some really, to mediocre to really experienced adventurers. And first red dot, we're gonna say he is another Leonin, black fur, stands about really only about 4 foot. No, did I say Leonin? I meant Tabaxi.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
but I was just going with it.
he's got a dark cloak on him. You don't really see much features of him. He's kind of shifty. This guy is human, plain dude, chainmail, swordboard. This guy, next red dot, is Minotaur standing at 8 foot. He's jacked. He's got no weapons. He's wearing a loincloth.
Oh boy.
Hey,
And
Grace.
then
I think that
just
one's
some
yours.
other people, some various races. We got like a air genasi and earth genasi right here. Some elves over here. We've got this guy, this fucking orc barbarian. I'll denote him with a red, even though he's got a special note. But yeah, he's definitely strong boy. We've got our dwarf cleric. There we go. We've got Cybin, which, I mean, you guys should assume she's very powerful. You do notice one thing different about Cybin is she's got a streak of gray in her hair now. She did not have that last night.
Mm.
Should we be worried about that? I mean, I wasn't there last night, was it?
She's got a gray hair. You see that?
Well, I see that,
That's
but
weird.
did she have it last night?
Why does she have that?
Lygia, actually, you specifically could roll me, I'll say, an Arcana or Insight. As you might not, you're from a druid circle, so like,
Mm-hmm.
because Cybin, she's a, halfling druid, and she's got that ageless look to her that, you know, powerful druids do.
Yeah, I got a 15.
That is definitely like, with as powerful as the druid is, that is very strange indeed. From your guess, it's like that's how taxing the night was, because you guys didn't see her, didn't hear of her leaving the guild at all. Like when you had left the to go fight, she was healing, and when it was going, it seemed like it was potentially going badly for the goblin child and baby you'd saved. You'd helped her set up the ritual and whatnot she was doing, but it didn't look good, and then, more and more wounded were pouring in. I mean, of course, the guild has other healers, but healing magic is a rare thing to come and by. Kendok was able to help a little, but after a while, even he was sent to with the rest of the party to just be the last line of defense, as your skills just weren't good enough yet. You're becoming more of a hindrance than a help. Like but you had actually met a few of. Actually, you know what, Kendok? This is a good point. I forgot to even think about this. Roll me just a straight D20 luck check. You actually might know this dwarven cleric.
All right.
Above 10, you actually met him last night.
Okay.
All right, yeah. I should have thought of it earlier. You actually, after seeing him, thinking of it again, because by the time you met him, you were tired, and he started just a grunt,
Nodded.
and he placed a hand on your shoulder and told you, "Go join your party." And at that point, you were just exhausted enough. You're like, "All right." And also, you could just you didn't notice it. You were too tired then, but now you realize you subconsciously just felt like his magic. He healed you just a little bit, give you a little enough more energy for you to be coherent enough to say, "Yeah, I should do that."
He just looks over at the dwarf. He gives him a nod, like he knows what he did, and he's thankful. He's not gonna draw attention to it though.
So, what are you guys going to do now? This room, it's a large room. There's, we'll say, I'm gonna draw a line, and I will be honest. This bounty board might change places in the future. Who knows? We're gonna say,
It's just a bit of remodeling. That's all it is.
yeah, or it could be no one can ever keep. Everyone changes their mind where they want it. But right now, the red line, that's where the bounty board is. There's, probably this many people in the room right now. The room is much larger than the map makes it appear, but I'm not worried about measuring right now. And there's a bunch of chatter going on. However, no one really seems to be. You see, whoops, I gotta make a token for. What did I say the halfling's name was? Larry.
Larry, Bob, John. So original.
No, Larry from the. God damn
Larry
it!
the Lorax or whatever.
From the Lorax.
Yeah,
Not the Lorax, but from the Lorax. What the
Okay.
Lorax is, I'm not telling you.
I mean, it's a Dr. Seuss book. But,
Yeah, but Dr. Seuss doesn't exist here. Haha. Or does
sure.
he? He might be a wizard.
You got me there.
He's
I knew it.
Wait, no.
Fucking knew it.
Wait. Let me make so there's no. Can I make it so there's no background color on this or border? I'll change the token. Border opacity overlay. Damn it. I have to have that background color, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh well. I have to actually do other stuff. But there we go. I don't want him to have the border on his token. So neener, guys. Neener. 100% just with. God damn it.
Oh, it's a giant.
Fine. I'll do this. But
It's a
yeah,
giant.
no, I'm like, that's what he looks like exactly to the T, but he's got a very oversized hammer. And
That's
over
beautiful.
here,
Perfect.
yucking it up with some guys.
It's perfect.
You guys,
He's
like,
gonna be
they're
everyone's
kind of like,
favorite character, I bet.
they're making fun of him, but he's so endearing, like, he's like, "Huh, you're so nice to me," and he's like turning it around, like, "Oh, you being so nice?" they're getting a little frustrated, but they're not getting like mean, but they are definitely lightly bullying him.
Whether he
I'll go
recognizes it for
and
what it is,
skim through what's
bit
at
of
the
a
bounty board.
So on the bounty board right now, there's nothing on the bounty board right now. As Calder said, like, no quests are going on right now.
Well, I figured that there were like some lingering ones just up there that are like
There is
no.
2 lingering ones. There's like it looks like they're just kind of fused to the board because they're so old. One says bounty on chickens, 1 copper, and it was by guild member Grog.
Oh yeah.
Back when Grog was
he
a
hated
guild
chickens.
member, and then there's another guild posting that says, actually, I'll retcon how I said it. You'll get deducted 1 copper for every chicken you killed. Signed, Guildmaster Graven. That name's gonna change multiple times. Don't worry, guys.
I wonder, would Spare the Dying work on chickens?
Roll an Arcana check.
Can't say
That's a good
something.
question.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be horrible. Actually not bad. I have a -1 to that.
It might not.
Really know is to find out. Is to try and find out.
And then there's another bounty on it that there's no pay, and it just says just ignore the chicken contract. Eventually he'll forget. However, you all know he never forgot. There's still, like everyone knows, I forgot to mention this, there's still an active bounty for any and all chickens, but there's still the other counteractive bounty for that. Sometimes people do it. You also there are, everyone to know, there's a heavy it's like a 5 silver fine for every chicken you kill for this bounty. That's a law in this land.
I contemplate the theology of, but wouldn't eating eggs count as killing a chicken?
Okay, talk to the clerics. They might have an answer for you. That's what I can give you. But all right, you guys were told I'm gonna find your trainers. Well, you got other adventurers to talk to. What else you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Well, I know he wants to get the training going. He wants to know wants to find out who his trainer is. So.
Right. I have to remind you guys. We kind of gave you a hint of. I think you guys will be able to figure it out. That may have been a little 4th wall.
That's fine. I'm trying to remember all the red dots in their names because I wasn't able to write them down. Because
I was coming up with those on the spot. Those are just like. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. Which ones have pictures that aren't stock?
Larry's the trainer?
Everyone, okay. You can
I'm
go
kidding.
ahead. I was about to say, no, you can go ahead and ask Larry if he's your paladin trainer.
Probably laugh at you.
Please do. Come on. I didn't have that plan, but come on. I want Larry to be someone's trainer.
I already got an
kidding.
idea. Hey, Grid.
What?
I think I know which one's your trainer.
Which one?
The one with the really big hammer.
Are you sure? I thought he came in with us. Isn't he new?
Damn it. I just feel like kind of like damn it, like kind of show like obvious for I was like damn it, like you're sharper than I thought.
You could try to. You
You
could
could
have
try to
tried
persuade
deceiver.
me.
Yeah, if you
Deception.
want to roll, I
You
mean,
are-
I could
you are
say
okay with
also, like, if you want to, for roleplay purposes, I could say, Grizz, do you want to roll, like an insight check?
Sure.
Or do you want him to roll persuasion? It's up to you.
You know
Like
what?
he
I want to see if he
suggested,
can persuade
you
me.
set the DC.
You want insight by decept?
Yeah, insight versus his perception
That'll work.
Deception.
or deception.
Oh!
He nat one, but
Wow.
but with his skills, it's a 6. So, but it's a nat 1. So I'll let you treat it to how you want. Like he did critically fail, so it's like he's
I mean, still,
he's
Grizz got
definitely
a
lying.
4, so that's gotta.
Right. You're like, I'll just say like that's definitely he's probably lying, but he might not be. It is up to you to decide if he is or not.
Yeah, Iron kind of started laughing right in the middle of it, and Grizz is kind of like, he thought he just coughed.
So Grizz is gonna look at him for a second, just like not sure, but she's just gonna go, okay. And she's gonna start walking over to whatever his name was again.
Larry.
Larry, thank you. And she's just gonna be like, well, I heard you were gonna be my trainer today, so where do you want to go? What are we doing?
I'm your trainer. I
Yeah.
guess. I guess we should go hit each other.
Okay.
He's gonna look at the guys. You know where the training grounds are?
I thought you would know that. You're the trainer.
It's first
I'd
I
be the
heard of
trainer.
it. And like the two guys next to him were just kind of chuckling. They seemed to have picked up immediately what's going on. They're just kind of chuckling. Rest party, you see this orc here just kind of facepalm a little bit, and he's watching, and the guys will give you guys directions to the training grounds or the training room. You'll go over in here.
I guess
You
like
guys
Gio's
will
gonna.
watch the orc just kind of follow and just wait in the door, and he's just like trying to see what's going on here. Real quick.
So what was the druid's name? The
Simon.
And like Gia knew Simon. Didn't Simon like go to her circle for
Yes,
a
like
while?
about 60 years ago, she stopped by for a couple months. It was during one of the times you were very pregnant with one of your many litters of children.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's a thing.
what?
She had offered like she talked to your elders, your circle and whatnot, and she was welcomed in as a powerful druid, not powerful experienced druid. She was very well traveled and still on her travels. She is far more powerful than when you had met her last. You can just tell just by looking at her.
And she's a what is she? Is she a dwarf or
Halfling.
halfling?
She's
Right.
got mushrooms growing all over her. She's also got like she's got mushrooms all growing all over her. Very druidy, very like dirty but not dirty.
Mhm. Yeah.
Got
At some point,
that
like
ageless
Gia's gonna
quality,
just.
red hair. She's got auburn hair, but now there's a white streak in the bangs.
Yeah. At some point, Lygia is gonna try to hug her.
All right. Yeah. Walk up and hug her.
Sure.
She'll hug you back.
Try to pick her.
Hey,
Pick her.
Lygia.
Simon.
Call her. Go. Oh, you two know each other. That's great.
Yeah, it's been a while. Well, not really. Just 6 years.
60.
60 years. Just 60 years. Felt like 6.
Ah. Oh yeah, I understand. Oh, I'd have to say it's been about 50 since I've seen my brother. Wonder how he's doing.
I don't. Yeah.
But I
He's
seen
doing okay.
you were the quickest in finding your trainer there.
Oh,
And
Simon,
Simon's,
my trainer.
oh, yeah. Simon just like gives him a side eye, and really, yeah, I was gonna lead her into the. You know what? All right, fine, it's broken. Okay, yeah, I am your trainer. If you'd like to follow me into the woods, we can start our training.
Always. I
And
love the woods.
she'll be leading you kind of deep into the woods, into a grove. Like it's like on the mention that it's unless is there anything I need to attend to before we head off, or we can start this immediately.
I don't. Doesn't matter to me. Whatever you want.
Quicker the better.
Sounds good.
I just have to ask, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. And she's going to be leading you off into the woods. Real quick.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna call. Bye, guys. Going to the woods.
Kendak. While you see, Grizz going off with Larry, and I guess Iron and Orc followed them. What are you doing in all this? You see Elijah walking
Iron needs to see this through. He's got a big old grin on his face.
Kendak, are you there? You're muted if you're talking.
I'm gonna take this moment to ask for someone to share screen, please.
I'm streaming. Mean Streak is streaming currently. My stream link, my Twitch link is in the plugs.
I could share mine too.
Okay.
And
I can just go watch Dooms.
Mean Streaks is in Moots right now, but yeah, I can reshare it.
Is it in
but,
Moot?
Yeah, that's where he posted it.
I think last week's.
Wait, if I watch on Twitch, then it will be delayed. Frick.
Yeah,
Nope,
you'd be
yeah.
delayed. I think mine's. I don't think I have delay on mine.
Okay, I'll just click yours.
But awesome. If you hadn't said anything in Discord, yeah, the cleric's gonna be taking you on the approaching you, and he's actually. Well, actually not. Yeah, he would be. He's gonna be heading to the sick bay with you because that is the best way to train you. So, right now, I say let's take a quick 5-minute break, and then we can start a bit of training.
Awesome, awesome.
So what you been up to?
I hate you. Go get pajamas on, then come back. Let mommy do this real quick.
Love you.
Poor Grizz. Even I'm, as the player, I'm like,
I know. I have returned.
Everyone else is still going.
Oh, yeah, I've got my stream muted right now, but just so you know, we're also streaming this game.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
that's how I'm watching.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, you probably know, you follow me on Twitch.
Wait, I think I did. Right? I meant to at one point.
No, you did. I think.
Okay, good.
I think your ex Matt something.
Yeah,
on
I'm literally, that's pretty much everything I have for account wise in this game, man. I might start streaming some Stream NG, not like get back into streaming and stream stuff. Anyways, what you been up to?
Not really much. Work.
I just got back from Florida.
Oh my gosh, I need to turn
So
Fred
fun.
boat down.
Was that? I needed to turn Fred boat down. I can barely hear you.
Okay. Yeah, Curry. For. Because I'm not going to be looking at Discord too much for what you're doing in the game. When I get back to you, could you just be doing that in Roll20 chat? We'll appreciate it. Well, thank you for watching, Beatrice.
Yep, I'm back to.
Yeah, I tried to figure out how to do the link the streams, and I started reading into it, and then it's confusing. I'm gonna have to spend some time googling because I am not technologically capable. Apparently, I'm the most technologically capable person in my family. They're
That
all
says
like,
a
"Oh,
lot.
they're like, you're a computer genius," and I'm like, I just
sure,
don't.
yeah, definitely.
I'm just like, do you not know how to use Google? But then again, the problem is you also got to know how to phrase the question with Google,
Yeah.
and that's my thing. And like, when you have no knowledge of the subject, it's like,
How do I word this to get answers
yes.
through Google?
Thank you. That is,
Trust me.
thank you. I was trying to word it. I was trying to word that question.
When it comes to Googling, I know how to reword things to get an answer.
That's my problem. Is how to phrase questions.
So back to the whole Grizz and Iron. I'm over here just like I can't believe I rolled a
Alright.
nat 1 and still beat unchecked.
Okay. I see Meanstreak is unmuted.
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah. Well. Oh, what Drian? I'm just gonna respond to Drian on Discord real quick. Well, luckily for this session is my notes for this session are all not on Roll20. So it's gonna be like for like when I'm rolling, I'm actually not gonna be rolling too much this session. But for what rolls I have, it's gonna be letting you guys know what the checks are, or me just manually editing it in the roll. Luckily, my notes, or luckily or unluckily, they're not on Roll20 because I was a bad DM and didn't prep on Roll20. I prepped the old school way.
You just need to find a way to like take it from the old school to the new, like to
But my
digital.
best ideas are at work, so it's like I make a note. Okay, it's not old school. I can't even say that. I make notes on my phone.
That's not entirely. Yeah, that's not old school.
Oh yeah, like they see the GM layer. Fortunately though, this session 2, there's nothing on the GM layer
You know
that
what?
the players can't
You
see.
need to make a voice channel only you can see. I mean, not voice channel, text channel that only you can see for notes for the TM game.
Well, no, the thing is, with me streaming it, it's actually probably better for me to just join another player and be a guest on their stream. So, well, no, not even that. With multiple players doing it, that way every view can be seen because some players might not be on other maps. And yeah, I've definitely going to be some experimentation going forward. Because like this session, it's okay for me to share my screen. My notes, there's nothing that anybody can't see. Unless you guys like private message me, don't. If you're gonna be GM whisper me something, it'd probably be better over Discord. Yeah, probably be better over Discord, and it might take a while for me to notice it.
Yeah, I sent you Iron's backstory, like a quick synopsis of it, and we can kind of work on that offline.
Oh yeah. I didn't even notice. All right, but now
I know you
we
didn't
are
notice.
back.
That's why I told you.
All right, now we're all back for. All right, so you know what? We are gonna go to Grizz and Larry. He stands at a whopping. How tall are you, Grizz?
Oh crap! How tall am I? Let me see. I am.
I want to see how far you're towering over him, because he's not very tall.
Give me one
Oh, yeah.
second.
He's 4 foot with his hat.
I think if I remember, she was like 6'10".
I think you said like yeah, like it was like way up there. Like,
Okay,
you were,
yeah.
like,
So you're 6'10". You're almost 7 foot. You're almost double. Yeah, you are definitely double this man's height. And because counting his hat, he's 4 foot, and he'll tell you he's 4 foot, counting my hat. And he's just got oversized. But all right, so I guess training how I was trained with my brothers, Dag and Brag. We just hit each other till the other side we couldn't hit anymore.
Well,
So you want to go first or me? Or are we gonna do a rock, paper, scissors, or rock, paper? No, he's gonna actually remember first. Rock, paper, rock, paper. You want to do rock, paper?
sure. Let's do rock paper scissors. That'll work.
All right. Rock, paper, go. What are you throwing out?
She's throwing out paper.
He threw out a rock. Aw, shucks, you get to hit me first.
Okay. She's like so uncertain, so she's gonna hit him like non-lethally with her battle axe. So I'll roll that. Oh, why didn't you? Hold on, it's being stupid.
Good old
Oh, no!
Oh, wow! Nice! You fucking... You know what? Go ahead and roll the damage. I wasn't gonna have you roll the damage with the crit. I just wanted to see how good you smacked Larry.
I'm not raging, sorry.
17.
Alright, yeah. So, nice. 18. You smack him good. You take the flat side of your battle axe, just BAM! Across the face. You break his nose. He spits some blood out of his mouth. Oh, that's how we're playing. It's my turn. And before you get that one, I'm gonna roll
Oh, sorry, ignore that
Real
one-handed battle
quick.
axe.
for him. It's all good. It's normally like a little better, but like immediately after he hit, he's like, you didn't notice him take his hammer off like his shoulder, but it's like as your second blow is swinging towards him, his second blow is smacking you. I just gotta roll it. He's got oh shit, exactly the same strength as you.
That I am.
Well, yeah. I just gotta do math real quick so I can figure out. Okay, yeah.
I would put out there. I do not regret inciting this.
All right, yeah. Bam! He fucking catches you straight in the face with his mallet, So it's +4 for the street for you. Like he's short, so only caught your nose and broke it. But right as you're about to fucking like your second attack is clocking him, both like you didn't notice him show, but like Iron, you watch as this orc ran up, drew both his battle axes, and I'm not rolling this. He is hitting both Larry and Grizz in the back of the head with his battle axes. Grizz, don't worry about damage right now.
Okay.
but it fucking almost knocks you prone. You're seeing stars. Larry's knocked prone. Like he's almost knocked prone, catches himself. Ugh, I hate it when I have idiots to train. I'm your trainer. Call me Grom.
Oh,
Larry, you're not a trainer. Are you sure? She said I was a trainer. He just fucking hits him in the back of the head again. You're not a trainer. Okay, I'm not a trainer. And he also swings the at Grom and hits Grom square in the chest. And Grom just stands there, takes it. It's like nothing fucking happened. So, you think you two can fight, eh?
I mean,
How about take a swing at me?
are you sure?
Do it. Get mad. And he just fucking he drops his weapons and he just decks you in the face. Bitch, do it.
Them fighting words. Well then, I guess she's gonna rage and she's gonna smack him non-lethally with her battle axe.
You like swing into him and like he leaned into it. And Larry is like wailing on his back and is just ineffectively. And you just go ahead and roll me a post athletic check as he's getting in your face. You just Oh my god! So what he does, he grabs the tip of your battle axe, just throws it to the side, grabs you in the face, grabs you by the leather, picks you up, and just throws you across into a training across the room into a training dummy. You think you can come into my guild? He also just he does the same. Like he picks up Larry with one hand by the neck and just throws him across. You think you can come into my guild and think and join and be as weak as you are? And you just take his you're with it. He always throw you. You land prone. He's gonna place his foot on your chest.
Nice.
Can you even prove it? Pressing down the weight. And now we are gonna go. Or real quick before we change scenes, real quick. Iron, you're watching. You didn't even notice. You just glanced to the side, and you know how like people can sneak up on you, and it scares the shit out of you
Yeah.
because they're just that close to you. Calder's right there. I was wondering what you'd noticed me.
How long have you been there?
How long indeed? You hear like some of the other guild members like just kind of chuckling, like like but like the roll an insight actually, just for flavor.
Okay.
Just for flavor, he says.
They're definitely making fun of you. There's Leslie point like Nelson from Simpsons point, haha, but definitely So, I've noticed you seem to have trouble finding your trainer.
Just a little bit. I was trying to help out my friend Grizz. And then I got preoccupied with the
I don't know, it appears to
entertainment.
me you were just too busy watching, start in trouble. Come with me. Let's walk.
Trouble, but just some fun.
Let's walk. And he's gonna
Okay.
lead you to we're just gonna pretend this room over here is another training grounds. But real quick, uh, I need to use this map. Let me make sure it's just cleaned up. And just turn the dynamic lighting off of it because I don't need it right now. Copy and paste the 2 tokens I need on it because we're gonna go scene change real quick to Nigeria. I just lost map there. Uh, brain fart. There we go. Let's drag Nigeria to that map. Yeah, sure.
Me?
I might as well drag everybody to this map. It doesn't matter. Everybody can see, even though y'all ain't here, obviously. So that's okay.
Here in
Right.
spirit.
Yeah, y'all are the spirit. So, Simon, leads you in. You guys exit out of town like northeast. You walk in, and the woods are getting deeper and thicker, and I mean, you're from a druid of circles, so you're very familiar what it looks like when a druid is in the lands. And these woods are healthier than the ones of your circle, as evidence of a powerful druid. And you get led to a clearing, to which the center, Simon, walks, to about the center of it, turns around, and plops down, sitting down, crossing her legs. Come, join me, Lygia.
Okay.
Oh, I have to hurry. Stronger this.
She
So,
does the same. She mirrors her.
tell me, what led you to leaving the circle? You seemed quite content there. You had just birthed children.
Oh, I've had a lot of those. A lot of litters. Um, I'm turning 200 this year, so I felt like to go outside the circle. I've been in there all my life.
I'm
Decided
surprised
to
you
the
left. I'm surprised you left after the event 5 years ago.
oh yeah. Eh, that was no big thing.
So tell me, have you, I can sense it growing, your power growing in you, but have you heard her voice yet? And with her mentioning that, I will say, let me look at she, boo, well, you could roll me, if a wisdom, if your wisdom, okay, what's your arcana? Are you proficient in arcana?
No.
Okay, so in place of an arcana check, roll me a wisdom check plus your modifier. Your proficiency modifier, I mean.
Okay. So
So that would be
plus
a 14, I believe.
yeah.
So you've heard the elders of your circle talk. Some spirit, maybe? You haven't quite caught on to what they mean. Like, you question them, and they've always answered with the same of, you will know her voice when you hear it. You will know when you've heard it. And you're still not quite sure who she even is, like what they mean. Is this a metaphorical thing? Like, it's definitely something, obviously, it's maybe less metaphorical, but you're not quite sure. You have not heard the voice yet.
No, haven't heard it. Is she pretty?
She's the most beautiful. Come, just
Well, that's cool.
sit with me. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Feel your senses. Ignore what you think you're feeling. And remember why you're a druid. As you're, after a while, you close your eyes, you're meditating, you're sitting. You feel, it feels like mushrooms growing over you, kind of covering you, like maybe it's spiders. It's like it is a very weird sensation. Makes you want to twitch. Uh, what do I need to roll? Yeah, honestly, I'll say just roll me like best thing to be like spell attack. So like a d20 plus 4 to like, or before I should say that, if feeling this going on, it feels like you're kind of being engulfed in something. Do you wish to stay in the meditating with your eyes closed? Just trying to feel what she said.
Sure.
All right,
So I
that
roll d20.
d20 plus 4.
Okay.
To like kind of like this is kind of like a concentration kind of check to like you're meditating, these are distractions. All right, we don't need that plus 4. You rolled an 18, just flat. Like you felt her magic before,
It's tainted.
and it's friendly, it's empty, but it feels it's a separate magic. Like your magic is separate, your magic is your magic. They've got separate feels, but that it's got a I mean, even though you know the magic, there's something very so much more familiar to it, warming, accepting. As you're feeling that, you're noticing that feeling of some mushrooms or stuff growing on you, quickly going over your abdomen, your chest, your neck, your head, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth. Do you continue to accept this? And
Yeah.
effectively go with the flow. Okay.
That's what she's good at.
Well, you rolled. Oh, no. I don't need another roll because of that plus 4. That's 22. After a while, it feels like you're suffocating. Like, for a moment, like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Am I going to die? But then you notice that, while this is going on, you need to breathe. It's not Simon's magic that's supplying you with what you need. It's the earth. You noticing it isn't Simon's magic that's enclosing you. Well, you thought it was Simon's because of the familiar feel to it. It is the earth. And it's the most familiar feeling in the world. This is, you notice it, you're picking up on it. This is a mother's love. But more, this is the earth. She's always been around. You've never felt this kind of love before. You feel come across more understandings, the magics you work. You have a better understanding of it. You feel the love of the trees. I mean, you know to love the land. You grew up among druids. You're in a circle of druids, and you've been a minor druid for some time. But now you understand what the elders meant about her voice. She is the most beautiful, but she is not a person or even really a concept. She's around you in the air you feel, the air you breathe, the waves you see, the sun setting down. You would do anything to protect her, and she would do the same. She asks that not of you, but she gives her protectors the power they need. And at that, we are gonna change scenes again. We're gonna go to our cleric.
Okay.
As he walks up, you guys walk in. You did good work last night, boy. Name's Ogrum. And to walk you up, you see just with just passive wisdom, you see a human. He's underneath a blue blanket. He's sweating feverishly. Both his arms are over the bed, and they're wrapped very heavily, splinted. How about you tell me what's going on here? For this, what I want you to do for the check, um, effectively, mechanically, what I want you to do is a medicine check, but fortunately, you're not a voice, so it's a little harder to do all this. So, what's the 20 medicine check? He has, two broken arms. He's got checking on you're changing his bandages. He's got heavy lacerations all over, and you notice that there's a heavy paleness to his skin. There's a bucket next to him. He's vomiting blood. He is poisoned, and he's on his deathbed. He is not but an hour to live with your diagnosis. Your trainer is watching you. He's watching you. I'm assuming, like, I'll say, like, you're doing a little bit like a light magic, like, we'll say, even though it's not a cantrip. Like, I like that idea of placing the hand or some kind of magic of scanning. We'll say, okay, where am I getting the idea? Naruto. Naruto is where I'm getting that idea. Or I don't know how you're doing it. I don't want to like typecast your character or anything. Okay. You know, everybody gets to see your stuff. I just want to see what kind of abilities you got because it's harder to like proc you for questions when you're just on typing. All right, so okay, attempting to dig in words, meditating community, all attempting to find a way to help things. Okay, so do you have like you've got your cleric, you've got healing magics. This man is poisoned. Um,
That's a restoration.
all right. So you expend that, and yeah, lesser restoration. That I believe. Could you populate it just for stream to help us? 'Cause also, I
Yeah.
forgot how the spells worked. Because I've only just recently learned this. Actually, looked at the restoration spells, and they do a lot less than I thought. But yeah, so you expend that. After a couple minutes, it restores to a much healthier color. Your trainer nods. And I know I just gave you guys his name. I forgot it. What did I say it was? So I could put it on the nameplate. Nobody? Okay. New name. Oh yeah, wait, it started with an O. There we go. We're just gonna say that. Graham. Close enough. That's his name now. And he's gonna walk over to a there's a minotaur. He's missing both his arms. His fur is very damp. He's on top of his green blankets. He is bandaged pretty much head to toe. Agram just kind of looks at you. You're up.
He sort of murmurs to himself for a bit before resting his hand on the Minotaur and casting another spell.
Just casting it, not even checking them out.
Oh, yeah. Well, he'd check him out first to see if there's anything more under, like, just the,
Yeah,
like,
like
physical
it looks
injuries.
like his wounds are like his bandages needs changing. Like I don't know how the like nurses and stuff like work, but like in any industry, you're new, you're the new
Mm-hmm.
guy, so you get to do all the grunt work. Also, it's you're also being trained, and
Yeah.
he's not taught you a thing yet. He's just watching you do stuff.
Mm-hmm. Alright. He
So yeah,
starts
like,
by changing out his bandages.
are you like checking out his wounds or anything? You're just
Yeah.
changing bandages.
He's gonna check to make sure, like, nothing's infected, stuff like that. Like,
Okay, cool.
routine checkup.
I want a medicine check. Ooh.
Wow.
So with with a nine, no,
Okay.
with a nine, like, but even with a nine, like you notice, like there's like you're unwrapping his wounds and you're not seeing like the stench is foul. Like there's infected wounds, but you don't know what's going on here. You've never seen a wound like that. It's like blistering and like pus leaking out and bleeding and like it's not like it's like blackish greenish blood leaking out of these wounds. You don't know like with that information. I'm sure you can just guess some stuff, but you don't know like what exactly is causing it. Like what the fuck? And like
He's
when you
going to
unwrap it, like this minotaur is unconscious, and you're poking and prodding at it, and he's unresponsive.
he's going to turn to the dwarf, and he's going to run him through a sort of diagnostic. Okay. It seems as though it's infected due to the coloration of the pus and how it's all blistered. It's safe to assume that it's diseased. Yeast. Does this sound correct? And he's basically running this by the dwarf.
You hear a demand for poison in the next bed, and you think this one has a disease. Try again, my friend. And he gave you this. This man is poison. However, this is something you need to learn. And he's gonna hold your hand over mine, and you're gonna get the nat 20 with his. Cause he's just kind of like
Got him.
he's using your magic, but he's guiding it. And this minotaur has a very deadly poison. It is far beyond your scope of magic, and you're unsure. Like you don't know if it's beyond the source magic, but it is. It's like it's a total system shutdown. You could potentially give this man like some comfort, potentially wake him up, but you can't save him.
Poison. Deadly poison. I No, I wish to help him. However, I know the limits of my own capabilities.
So
I
you
do not believe I have the training needed to cure this man.
okay? He'll move to the next one. It's a furbolg. Go ahead and roll me another medicine check. This is gonna be
Okay.
in this. I didn't mean. Oops.
A
Wow, this one he doesn't have many wounds. He's only got one wound, and it's just a small bandage and it's a light wound. However, it's the same poison as one of them as Minotaur. Like from your diagnosis, like he's going to die very soon.
It seems like this poison was intentional. Not whatever struck them was obviously a very deadly poison, but what kind of poison would it be?
Going
He's sort of
forward,
talking to himself.
if you're going to check a few more patients out, and they all have varying wounds and the same poison, by the time you're checking the final patient out, you hear the first one with the poison, that type of poison, the Minotaur starts screaming out in the most blood curdling pain. Like you've never heard this level of pain from someone before. And soon, a few minutes after, the rest of them start screaming. It seems, from your experience, I mean, they were all poisoned, moments from each other, like within the same time, and are metabolized it differently. And you're in a room full of people dying, screaming in pain. This is a medic's worst nightmare.
Oh. He sort of shakes his head and puts a hand over his heart. He knows that no matter what he does now, their fate is sealed, and he has no choice but to accept that and move on to the patients that he can actually help, the patients that he can save.
You'll notice they're the only patients in the room.
Ouch.
No.
So, Agram's, couple minutes go by. Agram's standing there stoically. I'm assuming you're gonna start leaving the room after a couple minutes, or
Yeah,
no?
he would.
Before you get to the door, and it's even with the screaming, somehow it's a he says it in a low voice, but somehow you hear it over all the screaming. So you're just going to walk out on them?
Is there not nothing that I can do?
You can try, and that's the worst lesson you're going to learn. Come here, come with me, and he's gonna beckon you over to the Minotaur.
He
This
walks
is
over.
he's going to grab his mace, walk over, hold it over his head. I'm going to kill him unless you heal him. And I'm going to kill every person in this room unless you heal them. And you're going to watch. Actually, hold on a second. And I'm just to roll it. I'm gonna say he's got a +6 to hit.
Oh,
All right, we are gonna roll. We're gonna roll 2d8 plus 2 across the face, knocking you prone, and then he walks over to this guy. I'm gonna fucking kill him right now. And with that amount of damage, you're fucked
yeah,
up.
no. It's over half my HP.
hmm And he did that like kind of casually, like it was. You could tell his full strength wasn't in that swing.
Uh,
Okay, he swings down, kills this minotaur, smashes his skull.
he
Jesus.
he scrambles to his feet and he he tries.
David,
He
David, can you please be quiet?
All right. He, as you're healing that one, he swings on you, but significantly. I'm not gonna roll the damage, but he takes you down another 5 HP. Or not 5 HP. He keeps hitting you as you're trying to heal the periodic people. Also, roll me a perception check, real quick, while he's wailing down on you while you're healing this guy. Right, you notice it like on his with his left hand, where he killed. Like you barely noticed it, but like with him wailing down on you and you healing, like you notice it, but this is like a after the fact notice it. after you're healing this guy in this bed for a bit, and then he just kicks you. He walks over and just kicks you across the bed to the next one. Heal him. You don't let friends die. You could have asked me to heal them. You could have asked any of the other healers. And he's gonna keep you healing until you're out of magic. He's gonna push you until you can't heal anymore. And then now he's gonna knock you. What's gonna happen right now is because you're still narratively acting off of level 2 abilities, so we're saying you don't have that. So narratively, Manuel, you're still level 2. But he's knocking you across the room, kicking you down. You can tell he's playing with you, and if you don't please him, he's gonna kill another patient. You're thinking to yourself, what kind of cleric is this? But we're gonna go back to Grizz.
Hey.
And right before that, my doggus needs attention. Apologies. I'll be right back.
Okay, just really quick. Curie, you're Kendok, right? Okay. Whoever told you to be quiet can go fuck themselves. Because you're playing a game. Sorry, that made me really mad. Like, you're
Wait,
obviously playing a
hold
game.
on, Maz. That's why he's been like that this whole time. I've been so confused.
What's that? Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Wait, is that why he hasn't talked?
Probably, because I heard that in the background of like, hey, you need to be quiet or whatever, and I instantly got mad. I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. He's playing a game. What are you doing with your
I
life?
was so confused. It's
Oh yeah, I
oh,
heard that too. Yeah. Oh,
I
trumpet lady.
didn't. Because
Let
I'm
me
like half into the campaign, half playing Halo.
Jeez. It's like if you don't
Apologies,
like it,
I'm
go
back.
somewhere else, man.
Apologies. And I just realized I'm back, but I just realized I said we're going back to Grizz, but we actually haven't started Irons training yet. So my apologies.
Your turn.
We're going to be going actually to Iron, and then we're going to be going back to Grizz. But Iron, you're walking into it's a sparring field outside, and Calder is walking in front of you. His arms, the best way. Well, you know it, but he's got his hands, behind his back. The back of his hand in the palm of one another. The two are military people like the not parade rest, but the lower version. You know how people walk like that when they've been in the military, hands rest behind back, holding the other. So, I'm glad to see you're doing well after 5 years ago. I'm sorry we couldn't save you sooner.
What it is. I have plans, though.
We can hear you eating or whatever you're doing there, Meanstreak.
Yep, sorry.
Apologies. Can you repeat that, Iron?
Said, it is what it is. But there are plans to be made. for I had plans to return a favor.
Oh, and what favor is that?
Revenge in a short way of saying.
It is a dangerous
And
path, my friend.
It's revenge, but it's also redemption.
And it's funny
Finding
how how closely those two paths seem to be. Be careful not to fall on the path of vengeance. As
it is a thin line to wander.
your sword may find friend as foe.
But there
What
is
brought
also
you down this
foe
path?
and friend.
What brought you down this path of violence? You know the path you walk is filled with death.
That it does be filled with death. But I was betrayed. And because of that betrayal, I was subjugated to a lower means than I even held for my people that I had. And I will not tolerate such insolence.
Now, you can ignore me if you wish, but take the advice of an old man. Let it go. The vengeance will cause more pain than you wish. But I understand you're young, and the young man's fire burns bright. So show me the conviction. Show me the conviction of your blade. And he'll turn and he'll place his hands in his pockets. Draw your sword.
And Iron will draw his sword.
Show me the convictions of your belief.
Just to make sure. You want me to strike at you?
What? You think you can't hit a blind old man?
That is not what I'm implying. I am just asking, this is what your instructions?
Oh my. Are you sure you're not a guard?
Iron will smirk and he'll slash down.
Like, you. It's not even last second. It's he's out of the way and just he effortlessly dodged. He telegraphed his dodge by far. Oh. Oh my. What a weak gust of wind. And then before you know it, he's god damn it. I meant to Google what this sword fighting style is called because I wanted to mention it. Anyone offhand, you know the sword fighting style where you hold the sword? Like the
Fencing?
blade?
Oh, the blade?
Well, anyways, he's holding his scabbard.
Wait.
In the
He's
middle of the
doing
scabbard. I forget what it's called. I was
I know what you're
doing
referring to,
research.
but
I was doing research into it early, like last week, and then I stopped and I forgot about it. But what he's doing, like a flash of an eye, like he's holding his scabbard, like holding the center of the scabbard, and then just like bops you on the side of the head after his dodge. You didn't even see it. Now let's try again. That's pretty weak conviction.
show you what conviction looks like.
you're knocked to the ground, knocked prone. You've lost your sword. And then he holds the scabbard out for you again. My, I've met children with stronger convictions.
I'm not out yet.
Is it bad? I planned for your bad rolling for
It's fine.
this, this training session.
No, that's a normal thing for me. Anyways, but Iron will go. I'm not out yet, and he'll swing.
You fucking like swing at him, gonna grab his ankle, and he lets you grab it, and then he like hops up and just kicks you in the face, breaking your nose, kind of fucking your face up a little bit. And then there's steps on your chest and holds the sheath upside down so your sword falls and just like kind of the broadside, like he'll walk across you and the broadside just lands on your face. And he'll actually kind of start walking away and just like kind of muttering and sighing to himself, placing his scabbard back to his side.
Iron will roll onto his stomach. He's like, I know I have work cut out for me. I know I need to train. But I'm not done yet.
He seems to do that anime, just ignoring you, stops for a second, but then continues walking. But that slow walk. What do you
knows
do?
him like he's been beaten. He'll get up and just walk behind, but he'll.
Oh,
he'll
the
walk.
mum. Okay, how close walking behind are you?
I'd say a couple feet.
Alright, once you get within a couple feet, he whips around you, blinding speed. I'm gonna roll this. This is gonna be a d20 plus 8. I don't feel like typing plus 8. Okay. He swings around instead of taking the scabbard. He swings around like he whips around. You wince like he's got his like he's gonna hit you with that scabbard, but he's got nothing. I'm gonna allow you to roll an attack because he's spinning around with that nat one. You can definitely he telegraphed his attack by far. Like he telegraphed before he started the attack. All right, yeah, you finally land a hit on him. You land a slice across his. Huh.
I kind of want to feel like I went to go meet like with his sword, but like I caught like this forearm a bit.
Oh, with that he'll grab you catch his forearm, he slaps across your sword, he grabs his scabbard, and he's swinging at you. Roll me another attack. With that, he'll catch it with he'll block it with the scabbard, and now it's gonna be a very long back and forth match. Each time, it's a while before you land a hit, but it's lasting for like it feels like hours. You're dripping in sweat. He cuts you, the standard, like he cuts you across the eyebrow, one eye you can't see, you have to close it because blood's crossing. You've got just superficial wounds all over you. But besides that one cut you landed on him, you've not landed a blow on him. You're getting pushed to your limits. He's pushed you to the point you've had to heal yourself. All right, let me double check paladins. I believe divine smite is until 3, correct?
Yeah, I'm not looking at any of my divine or any of my smites or any of the spells. The only thing I would have would be lay on hands and divine sense.
Okay, that's what I thought. I might have been wrong, so that's why I was asking if I was remembering incorrectly.
Nope, you're good.
All right, but as the fight's going on, he's pushing you. He keeps on saying, "Show me your conviction. You're too weak." It's like each time he knocks you down, like the first time he knocked you down, knocking you to the ground, disarming you, punching and fucking you up. And each time he's getting a little more brutal. The first time he let you off easy. The second time, brutal punch to the face. Well, not punch to the face. It's the scabbard.
Oh.
It's always the scabbard
Nope,
hitting you.
I do get divine smite at 2nd level.
Oh, okay. Dope. It's the right,
Thank you, Carrie.
right, and I know what path you are. Okay. Dope. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, so what specifically? All right, that's what specifically I'm looking. All right, that's what I needed. And he's getting, a little extra with some of his stuff. He's fucking jumping. You're noticing like he actually stops using his sheath and he's starting to just use environmental fights with you. He's picking up some like large logs, like stuff that you would you're like you look at it and like no way I can lift that. And he fucking picks it up and throws it at you. He struggles a bit. He's struggling a bit. Like after a little bit, after a while in the fight, an hour into this training, you're just fucking like at like 10 HP after healing. After all your healing, this is the hardest training you've ever done, and he's still telling you, "I don't believe you. Your conviction is no stronger than the drunk at a bar." Promising he'll pay for tomorrow's drink. Show me your conviction. And I'll say at this point, you've done a couple, holy smite, divine smites, and with your last divine smite, you did land a blow on him across his chest, a light blow, but it was the first since the first one you did, and it has been like over an hour since that. So you're like, fuck yeah, and even though his eyes are closed, it was a glare. Show me your conviction. Now we are gonna go back to Grizz. I believe or we've right. Yes. All right, Grizz.
Yee.
All right. So you've been getting while this is going on. Like after a little while, do you have I named him Grom. Yes. Yes. Oh, I remembered it. Haha. However, I'm putting this nameplate so everybody can see. So I don't forget again. Do you think after a while of Grom just beating the fuck out of you and Larry separately, do you think you would have started working with Larry a little bit, or would you still been fighting Larry too?
I think.
How do you think this would have gone?
Honestly, I think
Because he's going to be beating on you both equally, and calling you both weak as shit. Larry, I think I've established pretty well how Larry's going to react. Okay, he's raging. Like you can tell I'm a little mad now, and he's been whomping on Grom. because Grom's been trying to womp on Grom because Grom's been trying to been womping on him, and he's been throwing you both across the room, brutally punching you. He has also said you both are not worth even using weapons on. However, try and kill me. I dare you. And the few times, like you might have hit him a couple times, but it didn't do shit to him really.
Okay.
But your guys' blood is all over this training room as barbarians do. You I'll say you're at 10 HP, fucked up, still raging. You're on your last rage. You're looking like Larry is he's all kinds of fucked up, kind of same situation as you. Grom's only you guys have wailed on him a bunch, but he's just you guys ain't a challenge. You ain't even worth being in my guild. He's gonna look at you. I bet you were the one that. Oh wait, hold on. You know, if you weren't so fucking weak, Grizz, you would have saved more of those children. You're fucking pathetic.
Ooh, she's gonna be mad. Alright, so she is going to. 1 second here. So she's gonna be obviously very, very upset at this point. And what she's gonna do is she's on her rage. And she is going to, let me just see really quick. She's going to recklessly attack.
Plus
What's that?
that, with that dig, and you're recklessly swinging at him. Go ahead and roll me those attacks, but actually, yeah, just roll me the attacks. It's gonna help me decide exactly how this near. Oh fuck! Exactly. Oh my god. All right. Well, I was wanting you to roll to hit was 20 or over for this. That struck a fucking chord. That unlocked your berserk. You are so fucking angry. It takes you just a step back. Or, well, I don't want to determine how your rage works. Are you just that much more angry? How does your berserk work? I mean, I guess it is berserk, but how does that go? It strikes such a chord with you. You've got your subclass.
So pretty much what she is she just because he used essentially the threat of children and innocent lives, she just immediately was like, how fucking dare you, and just is gonna go ham and go ape shit on him.
Fuck yes. You're swinging at him. You're noticing, because he was saying, at the same, not exact same time, but, he's talking shit to Larry. And let me just double check something about Barbarian so I can describe this real quick. Because I know what kind of Barbarian he is, but I want to describe his ability correctly. Because you guys are both ganging up against this Barbarian. Nope, it wasn't that one. I'm just bad at remembering names and stuff, man.
I mean, I could have told you that.
So, when Larry fucking like he's talking this shit, like spectral halflings appear all around fucking Garam as he swings down. They're all swinging with various weapons, and I don't feel like I have to describe what other creature, what the spectral guardian, what his spectral buddies are looking like. If I do, okay, if you've watched Snow White, the seven aren't these guys supposed to be dwarves?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're halflings in this world. But yeah, that's what appears around them: grumpy, happy, angry. I don't remember what they're all called, but yes, they appear with various weaponry, all fucking like hindering him, attacking him, swinging him, doing various antics as he fucking you know what? I'm gonna roll d20 plus 4. He hits his own toe, and that's what summons the spirits. We're gonna roll one more swing for him because that's what gets him angry. It gets Larry angry enough. All right. Yeah. Fucking his second swing though, with all his buddies, all his spirits, fucking distracting Grom gets a swing in, and now like with you guys fucking coming into your own, you're fucked up. You guys just kind of lock eyes, like you're just frenzied to lock eyes, and now you got like kind of a groove going. You're finally starting to set him on the defensive, hitting him. He's bleeding. He laughs. Oh, I'm starting to enjoy this fucking fight. And he grabs one of his battle axes and he fucking swings at Larry and lays Larry out. He looks at you. Oh, it's your turn, girly. And I'm gonna roll. To be honest, for you. Like I said, I think I'd like to see for him. Oh,
Oh no.
he knocks you clean the fuck out. However, in a bit, you wake up, you're laying next to Larry, you got some smelling salts underneath, being waved underneath y'all's noses. Oh, all right, I guess you guys have the stuff. However, I think you both are weak.
Weak.
You got a long way to go. That's why I was considering enrolling, and I was just gonna hit you, but I'm nah, roll, and then and then the dice said, yeah.
We all know how it goes. It's alright.
For that, we're gonna go back to Langia.
Yay.
Langia, it's been several hours. You've never felt this before. You've never felt more connected. You're coming in to you're more connected to Mother the Earth. This is where you're coming into your level 3. You notice like now. You notice like you didn't notice it before. You're thinking on it, and it's weird. It's coming to is that on Cybin, she didn't have just mushrooms on her. She's got flowers, some small vegetables, all kinds of different growth. and you feel an unasked question, but something you understand. Uh, you suddenly understand like a thing of that of a what's the word, a culture, of a tradition of druids, like typically like a master will gift their apprentice something of their cultivation to carry with them. And upon traveling to different circles, whatnot, that's like bring a the I can't remember what cultures do that, but like you bring a gift, exchange a gift kind of thing. And you feel the unasked question, but the asked question of you wish to accept Sidon's gift of mushrooms. And you also understand, like, also with the tradition, this is like when the apprentice gives the gift, is when they themselves become a master.
And
Also,
get
real quick before I get into that, like, what kind of growth, like, because you drew in one that, would you have any kind of like vegetation kind of growth, like you like when you're running magic or like doing kind of magic or meditating, like flowers or
that's a good question. I mean, she's a moon druid, so she's not really.
right. But the moon has a crazy effect on everything else too.
Yeah, I guess when she, I guess it could start when she like walks, like flowers could grow or something.
And there
Yes.
is a lot of growth that there's flowers that only bloom at night. There's a lot of growth. I know it exists. Don't quote me on what it is because I don't know. But I know there's a lot of specific growth and whatnot that only happens at night.
Yeah.
Get back
She
with me.
could.
I might figure out what it is by next session and run it by you.
Grow at-
But yeah, also like coming with this the growth coming. You notice the growth that was around that you felt growing on you never was there. The you open your eyes like you didn't like it didn't like you didn't like you still felt it on you, but then you open your eyes and you realize that there was no growth on you. It was just the earth acknowledging you and looking up at the stars. You feel their acknowledgement as well as it's almost like it's one and the same. It's a deeper, more primeval, older, like older than the gods.
Well, that was cool.
You also notice that Cybin isn't here. It's actually about nighttime. It's nighttime. I'll say about 10 o'clock at night for you. However, it definitely didn't feel that long.
Hmm.
Time flies when you're
Where?
having fun.
Yeah. Where did Simon go? Oh well.
And do you allow Cybin's gift? Or let me rephrase, do you accept Cybin's gift?
Yeah. What is the gift supposed to be exactly?
You notice, like, do you have a cloak? Or, like, just somewhere on your effects or skin, up to you, or hair, or wherever you want it to appear aesthetically on you, just some, like, red, green, blue, like mushrooms, non poisonous, just kind of like pretty.
On her or just on her? Like. clothes or?
Up to you.
Um, yeah, at the hem of her robes, like the you know where her feet are.
All right. But with that, you have the understanding that you are a fully established druid. You had the just fleeting thought of if I was to return to my circle, you'd be one of the elders now.
Cool.
But there are more pressing matters, or I mean, not maybe pressing matters. But I assume stuff you're just interested. This guild is interesting. This civilization stuff is weird.
Yeah, she's she's seen a lot this past couple days or past day. It's just been a day.
Yeah, it's been a couple. Yesterday. Yeah, it's been a whole day. The stuff that happened last session was yesterday.
Weird stuff.
So, assume you start heading back towards town, or what do you do?
Yeah, yeah. She starts heading back. Um, should like flowers start blooming when she walks? Is that a?
Yeah, like stuff like fresh grow, like spring growth. It's about.
Gardenia?
I didn't actually say what time of year it is. I'll say it's like we're just gonna go by real life calendars because I'm not inventing a different calendar. We're gonna say it's like July, but like spring growth is growing around you as you're walking. You're just feeling a new, deeper connection to just your whole thing. A new, you're just in wonder. You're looking at the stars in just a new light. You feel them looking down on you. And like in that way, like when you're looking down on ants, you kind of feel that. But you feel an endless love. Sorry if you don't like that. I kind of feel like the druid thing is a whole hippie. I don't see. I don't picture druids any other way. Just kind of some of that.
Well,
Like I
yeah. I mean,
feel it. Like
she's less that more as just part of the hunt.
right. I get that, but there's still the whole.
Oh, she loves nature
I'll
for
touch on
sure.
that too. But like the whole how I picture it.
Right.
Everything is the universe's child. But you're heading back, and as you're walking back, you feel tired, but not in a. I mean, exhausted, but in a filled way. You like offhandly understand, like you've spent a lot of magic today. You, as a druid, you understand. I mean, level 2, you already hit that, but like you've really reaffirmed, like not reaffirmed, but established your bond with your circle, and also you had felt your sister druids through the land, through the stars. accepting you into the fold. More like not like you weren't before, but you've reached that point.
Right.
And even though I'm sure you may have not noticed it, you know that no matter how far apart you are, as long as you're looking at the same stars as your circle, you're connected to them. And that's a power. That gives power more than people realize.
Yeah, I mean that's why she was, that's part of the reason why she's not that sad about. I mean, she's a little sad, but she's not too terribly sad to leave her entire order.
Oh, and Curry just left. Oh, I didn't see in chat. May have drop out. It was Maker Teague. Okay. All right. So, well, it was kind of on screen a little bit in the remind of mine, so you guys can help remind me because uh, even with net ones, etc. Effectively, I'm just gonna do a TLDR. Wait, no. All right. Let's see, because it's hard to do without half of the play. All right, because I don't know Ken Doc that well yet. Agram is all right. Actually, I've got a. Let me. Agram is going to be pushing him to the limits of his healing, and then also he is on this part. He was going to be bringing him to a patient that could not be saved. He was gonna fill him. He was gonna do some. Honestly, it was gonna be some plot. Fill him up with some magic. Like here, hijack my magic a little bit, as much as you want. And from unless you got a nat 20 on this diagnosis, he was gonna. Well, let me rephrase. I can't say nat 20 because the DC was 25, and I believe he can reach that. Let me rephrase. Can he reach that without a nat 20? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, nat 20 was the only way he could reach that. That's why I said nat 20. Uh, he could, he would, I would have mentioned, just so save some time. This patient was heavily poisoned, but has a chance to be saved, or so you would think, unless you're very experienced and know what poison. Yes, this particular patient was poisoned with different type of poison, very similar to the rest of the patients. Same symptom, pretty much all symptoms are exactly the same. It was going to be a lesson teach uh, Kendak that not all people can be saved, even when you do pour everything you can in. And that was what I was going to plan to unlock to level 3. Then, just so I know I kind of probably should have roleplayed it a little bit, one-sided a little bit, but just so everybody knows where we're up on for that, and to remind ourselves. We're going to go back to Iron. You have only landed 2 blows on Calder. He's been, for the most part, besides those 2 blows, the second load to remind you it was, a fucking, you powered up a holy smite. We'll just say like, even though holy smite or divine smite doesn't work like that, we'll say like how it works is you like power it up with the rest of your magic, and that's what made you hit because your sword fucking glowed up with to give it bigger attack with, and you just barely got him across his chest, and then he just poked you in the chest with his scabbard, fucking like in the sternum, knocking you, or I think sternum. I think that's the point where it's pointing like chest where
Yeah.
he knocks you out of the fucking breath and goes, "Show me your conviction. What do you swear yourself? Do I have to spell it out for you, son? What is your conviction? What do you swear yourself by?"
Iron will be standing there. The long sword in both hands is off to the side, he's breathing heavily, just staring down Calder or Calder, and just breathing heavily, going to glory, to I swear myself to glory, to face any to face any challenges.
Fuck yeah. All right, you didn't actually. I wasn't actually prompting you to do the oath. I did want a little flavor. Oh man, we're losing.
No, that's fine. That's probably what he was gonna be going for anyways.
Right, but yes, as you're doing that, you're feeling, yo, you've been at this, and you notice he got, he suddenly got serious. He brought his scabbard to his side, and he's bringing his hand. He's he's gripping his hand like he's gripping a hilt. You remember last night. You have flashback when his hand finished the grip. And I'm gonna do a little bit of scene of what your character is doing if you're okay with it. It's a little cool, so
Yeah.
it's fine because this is going off of your oath. Uh, you're remembering once he finishes his grip of grabbing a sword hilt, that's when that uh, sunblade, like, you don't know what this sword is. It fucking was a sword of light appeared. You've just got a split second to do what you do. You feel light as a feather. You feel fast, like you can jump. You start running at him, and once you start running, you kick a bit of sand towards him. It catches it like a rock catches one of his fingers. You jump high in the air as he's starting his swing like you were on the ground. He blocks it. He brings it up just in time. You're swinging down on him. He blocks it, but just barely. And he smiles. That's what I was talking about. Show me with your blade. And he sheaths his sword. Come, it's late. And there's someone, like, it's you guys are outside. You're not actually right here. I just didn't have the map.
Yeah, no, you said you were out in that
Yep.
training field.
You notice it's dark outside. And you feel just a wave of exhaustion hit you. Like you were exhausted before, but shit. But you've got that fleeting. Your hero is right here. You can't just collapse. I've got to at least.
So you know that time, or sorry, you know when have you ever done like a leg day
Yep.
and you sort of take a step after like a heavy rat like set,
Yes, I know exactly that.
like what's
Or
called
or
leg.
just like running a lot when you don't run. Yeah.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah, you just your adrenaline like you're at the end of it and like whoa, it's night. I also roll me in. You know what? Because this is your hero, if I remember correctly, because I believe you told me that. Roll me an insight, or at least he was
insight.
the one, not hero. Let me rephrase. He was the one that inspired you from your backstory, if I remember correctly. I might have to recheck.
It was the paladin that became in paladin of
Yeah,
the
this was the
or was it
paladin. This was the paladin that saved you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have it down.
Yep. Yeah, he was the one that saved you. He's just on a
Yes.
different oath now. He is on a total different vibe. Yeah. Okay. You impressed him. Like with 18, you're pretty sure you impressed him because well, it was daylight when y'all started sparring, and you've lost a lot of blood. He fucked you up. Like effectively, you're at like 5 HP.
Oh yeah.
But you got one eye swollen shut, limping, dented armor, all kinds of shit. It was all from his scabbard. But
I'm gonna call. I have to. I'll be muted, but I'll just.
but yeah. And now, Chris is back. Do like she is back here. Kendoc. Honestly, we'll wait till Iron and Main Street get back there soon. We'll say, Elijah, you're walking back in to the guild about now.
Okay.
And there's a few people walking around, and we'll say it's a couple orcs walk up, glance, say, oh, and they look more of the druidic type. Oh, so you survived Siphon training.
Yeah, seems like it.
I'm glad you did. Her training is quite ruthless. And I don't even need insight. Like you just pick up that there was a whole underlying danger that you apparently you passed with flying colors, so you need to worry about it. But there was the test you were in. You were in a lot of danger. Unfortunately, Lygia, my lucky player, you rolled too well.
Oh, it was fun. I had a great time.
The rest of my
Siphon's great,
players,
you know.
the rest of my players rolled low, which was great. But like with them saying that you sent like the gift from Simon, those just from you just have the understanding that you could have died.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't affect YG at all. That kind of knowledge.
That's fair. I just want to let you know.
She's unflappable.
But you walk in, and they will let you know. The mess hall is, you know, boo. You know what? The food is served in the center hall as well, and it's about dinner time. Go ahead and get yourself some meal. You've earned your place among us. Welcome, sister.
Yeah, and she's just gonna just tear into the food
Oh fuck yeah! You walk in, and
without any kind of just using her
honestly,
hands.
this is the food works Hogwarts style. There is a kitchen, and there is. I will say Hogwarts style to an extent. We don't have house elves, but the food in the kitchen, like it's fucking piping hot. Like it appears piping hot. So like your first bite, just go ahead and roll me a con save just for flavor because it's too hot to eat right now.
Okay.
However, there's too many. The previous guild master was a barbarian, so he could take it. So he made it a rule. Oh, you
Nice.
burn the fuck out of your mouth just for flavor. You just take sticks because you haven't taken burn. You got a couple blisters in your mouth from how hot this is. It came directly off the fire, and you've got some people are laughing at you because you're like there's drinks right there, only alcoholic drinks. It's beer, mead, um, like the type your preferred. You grab a cup. Your
You're gonna.
preferred alcoholic
She's
beverage
gonna grab
appears in
whatever's
it.
strongest, not caring what it is.
No, like how you are gonna learn this. Like you grab a cup, like it's
Hmm.
filled with liquid. You don't know what it is, but it's your preferred alcoholic beverage.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, no, that's what's in the cup. Like when you're
Oh, okay.
drinking it, that's
Right.
what's in the cup.
I guess you like that frou frou wine.
Well, yeah, you're chugging some frou frou wine.
That was that she had that one time at the bar.
Yep, you thought it was you didn't know what liquid it was, and it's frou frou wine. Um, I don't know, quick to Greaves.
Yee.
You've been brought back conscious with smelling salts by Grom. You and Larry. All right, I guess you guys are worth being killed. Barely.
Sure. Whatever you say.
He knocks you out again, and then wakes you up again with sniffs. He just like immediately you say that, and it is fist in face,
Oh no.
and then smelling salts. You want to try that again? Once you come to, you want to try that again?
Oh, I keep seem to black out there.
And at this point, like Larry is gone. He's already over eating food, but you smell food. Great food.
So she's just gonna be like, kind of look at him, like, and she's just kind of starts getting all wiggly, like, can I go eat? Like, she doesn't want to ask, but she's just like, look at him, like, come on, give me the go ahead to go.
What's wrong with you? You gotta pee? Yeah, just trust me. Simon will dig a hole. dig it deep. And he's but I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. And he walks out. What's that? Yes. Oh, okay. But yeah, but did so he was going what you gotta go pitch or you gotta go out. I mean, there's Porter Johns, but I would recommend you just going out in the woods, but dig a hole and dig it deep. Simon will know. Simon always knows. And he's got like 1,000-yard stare. But anyways, and then after a moment, anyways, I'm hungry, and then he just walks out and goes in towards where the food smell is. But hell yeah, now we got everybody back here. I feel like this is a good time to end the session, especially since we only got half the party now. Haven't heard from two of them that were supposed to be here.
I think
One
Luna
dropped
just
out without saying anything. Well, Luna said they were supposed to be here, so I understand that. They did say they weren't. They probably weren't. So I'm not holding it against Luna, but Razor didn't even say anything.
yeah, that's weird.
He's probably slept. He's got a weird schedule. Wouldn't be the first time.